What if I told you that wisdom does not come from suffering? That pain is not a requirement for growth, and that the smartest people in life learn without paying the price themselves. Most people believe life must hurt to teach. They believe lessons come only through loss, struggle, or failure. So they wait, they endure. They repeat the same mistakes, hoping one day pain will finally turn into wisdom. But pain does not automatically create understanding. Pain only creates understanding when awareness is present. Without awareness, suffering simply repeats. Some people learn only after being hurt. They touch the fire themselves before believing it burns. They learn slowly because the cost is high. Others learn from their own failures. They pause, they reflect. They ask honest questions. What did this experience teach me? What responsibility do I need to take? They grow faster because reflection shortens the path. But the wisest people of all learn from the success of others. They do not need to fail 100 times to understand what works. They observe quietly. They listen deeply. They study patterns instead of comparing results. When they see someone succeed, they do not ask, why them and not me? They ask, how did they think? What habits did they repeat daily? What choices did they make when no one was watching? The wise do not envy success. They decode it. Because success always leaves clues. Behind every strong relationship is communication, emotional maturity, and respect. Behind every calm person is inner work, boundaries, and self-awareness. Behind every sustainable success is discipline, patience, and responsibility. Nothing meaningful is accidental. Life is generous with lessons. They are everywhere, in conversations, in books, in ordinary people living with quiet integrity. The tragedy is not that life is hard. The tragedy is that many people refuse to learn, unless pain forces them to. But wisdom asks a better question. Not, why is this happening to me? But, what is life showing me through others? When you shift from comparison to curiosity, growth becomes lighter. When you shift from jealousy to learning, your journey becomes shorter. Because comparison drains energy. But learning multiplies it. The mind that competes becomes tired. The mind that observes becomes clear. You do not need to suffer to grow. You need awareness. You do not need repeated failure to become wise. You need humility. And you do not need to wait for life to break you to finally understand what matters. Learn early, learn gently. Learn from success, because the wisest person is not the one who survives the most pain, but the one who grows without unnecessary suffering. The wisest learn from success, not suffering.